all good. Who cares?
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything is perfect.
Oh my goodness. Episode 239.
39. 239.
Episode 239.
239.
You got your book?
I got my book of sonnets here. We made some adjustments to the audio, so if you guys could confirm that we sound decent, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, that would be
But man, I feel like it was a busy weekend.
Yeah, I had a good one. It was a busy one. Some good fights.
Great fights on.
I made no money.
Some disappointing ones. Every weekend where there's a fight card on, right around Thursday, Friday, I get a feeling that this is going to be my last couple days working because I got some parlays in, and some of them are absolute locks. Like, you know, you can't lose. Lock, you know, it's 100% gonna happen. I'm looking at some of these parlays. I'm like, this is, oh man. As I put in more parlays, I become even more confident in the last parlay I put in. I'm like, oh no, this parlay, which ups the ante a little bit, right? I started putting a little more money in because
course.
I'm like, well, the last parlay was a lock, but holy smokes, this parlay, guaranteed to hit, double lock.
It's the one. Yeah, and, you know, this wasn't that weekend, but the feeling will come again.
Yeah, I didn't win, dude. I didn't win, and like I doubled down halfway through the night. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, well, there's only one way. I'm not a quitter, you know.
There's only one way out of this.
Yeah, and I said, well,
Gotta man up.
obviously, I didn't take into account the fact that this guy wasn't fasting for Ramadan. He went against all the rules and didn't fast, which made him go in there and put in work. I don't know. It was an all right card. I want to spend the whole day talking about it. No one wants to hear us talk about the UFC.
No, but it was a decent card. But I had something that I just wanted to mention.
Okay.
Like, kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if it's a PSA. I don't know if it's just my hope for people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's related to BBLs.
Oh, okay.
It's related to BBLs.
Yeah.
Listen, BBLs, you guys may like doing it. You guys may like getting BBLs, you ladies.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm starting to think you guys should wait a little bit. Just wait a bit until the process, like the procedure and the skills improve with the belly button, yo.
Oh, they lose that puppy. Sometimes the belly button just goes away.
Dude, I cannot anymore with the BBLs. Every time you see some girls in a comedy skit, they stick these BBL girls in everything. You can't get away from them.
No, you can't.
They put these BBL girls in these like comedy skits and stuff. And then you end up seeing, I'm like, look at that weird ass belly button.
Yeah.
If you can't tell that those nalgas are fake, or they're not that they're fake because they are like her tissue, but you know, if you look at it and it's like, that looks disproportionate and crazy. Look at the belly button for confirmation.
I think the belly button comes from the tummy tuck, though, right? Not the BBL. Does the belly button getting lost? Is that because your ass gets so big it pulls your belly button?
No.
I thought that you lose your belly button from like tummy tucks and shit like that.
Nah, I'm referring to because they'll lipo them all out and then put that in their ass.
Yeah. Dude, that's one of the most dangerous. You know, that's like the second most dangerous. I think I'm going to turn myself down a little bit. I think that's the second most dangerous surgery you could get.
Yeah, it has a very high mortality rate.
Yeah, because, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, if you happen to know, they're jabbing this thing in there, depositing fat. And if they hit a vein and start shooting fat, that fat will like go through the bloodstream and it's going to either end up at your heart or your brain.
100%. It's called a fat embolism. 100%. That's exactly what happens.
It just kills you.
Yeah. It's just like having a stroke or having a heart attack, something like that. It's
How
just
crazy is that?
Yo, and they don't care.
And this is an optional thing. They do it they're
This is elective surgery. This is
Elective.
not required. This will not save your life. It may save your financial situation, but it's not going to save your life. You know, and they just do it. It's just worth it to them. They're like, like about a 3% chance I don't get off that table. But let's go.
yeah.
I'm gonna let it ride.
You
You don't want that girl making your parlays
no.
because she's ready to risk it all.
She's making irrational decisions. All this for a fat ass. I don't know.
Dude, I had to mention this because I just saw the craziest BBL belly button that was insane.
I'm watching that Drewski show on YouTube. Could have been love.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen it, but I've seen the clips are hilarious.
Dude, it's super funny. There's a chick on there with the wildest BBL. The craziest.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
ridiculous, right?
It looks like she's smuggling something. Like it looks, if you were to see her like in the airport, you'd be like, wait, hold on. No, you come over here. What do you got in there? That can't possibly be that. What, all your ass, but it is. It's all, dude. It's crazy. She 100% doesn't have a belly button.
No, it's ridiculous. But it is the tummy tuck portion of the BBL. That's part of it,
Yeah.
But yes, Jesus. What do you do with that? So what's her goal? Does she think that people believe it's real? Does she think people don't care? Or does she like to be like a circus freak?
She doesn't care. She just wants a fatty in the jammies.
Yeah.
She wants some shit that is like on swole at all times.
Jesus.
She wants two meatballs. You know what I'm saying?
That is a crazy thing that people do now. Just relocate fat on your body. We're just going to take this fat. We're just going to move it. Put it where I want it.
We're going to look back in time and classify these people as in like a different group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Experiments.
Yeah. And then we're going to like reference that group as like an insult to other people. It's like, you're really thinking like a real group 5,
Yeah.
And group 5 is all the people who got like BBLs like in the, early 2000s. Yeah.
And
early
veneers.
2000s. Yeah.
And veneers when it was going crazy.
What does that even mean? Well, in around 2020, humans, some of them just started taking their perfectly good teeth out and putting fake teeth in and then injecting
like-
fat into their asses.
And they were like, why? And they were like, well, there used to be this thing called Instagram.
No, I don't know. Is like doing stuff to your body like one of those things that have been happening for like thousands of years? Like, are there like carvings of chicks with BBLs in like the Egyptian pyramids?
Oh, like they were doing their own plastic surgery back in the
Yeah,
day?
you know how when people like want to justify like them smoking weed, they're like, people, the Mayans fucking smoked weed. They've been smoking weed for thousands of years. Society was founded by weed smokers. Is that like the same thing when it comes to, or it's the same thing with tattoos? When you ask people about tattoos, they'd be like, listen, people have been getting tattooed for thousands of years. That's always a justification for some people, some of these actions.
Yeah.
Is the BBL something that, if we look back in time, were the Incas getting BBLs? Like, did they have their method of doing it?
Maybe it wasn't a BBL, but I know what you mean. Maybe they had like foot extenders or something like that. Whatever was hot back then.
Yeah.
Whatever they were into.
Yeah, maybe in Asia, because in Asia they were willing to do crazy things to their body. Those that when they put their foot in like a trapper keeper, like a lunchbox or something like that, and it turns into like a small little hoof. You ever seen that? It looks like those little pigs that they give you in high school that when you do the you cut it open, little piglets. That's what their foot be looking like.
When you dissect it.
Yeah, the dissecting pig. Yeah. That's
That's what
crazy. The banded feet, that's insane.
Is that what it's called,
dude.
banded feet?
I think that's what the process was called.
I thought it was like bonsai feet or something like that. Just put their foot in a little container.
What was their obsession with torturing things and keeping them small?
I have no idea. I thought that was like bonsai foot. They just stick it in that box, kind of
Don't
just.
let it grow. That's crazy, right?
Dude, that's crazy. That looks like a little hoof.
It does. It's crazy because you never know what you're gonna get too. Because everybody's like, I guess it's the way they band you up, so they could give you something aggressive.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was like something saved for royalty, like if you just had like a wild, like if they turned it a little bit,
And they're like, oh, they like judge you. They're like, oh, they take like a tape measure and they're like, oh, you got like 30 degrees of contour there.
Yeah, peasant.
come around, right? Look how short it is. Apparently it was attractive or something to have smaller feet. But I'm like, yo, what happens when you take that thing off? What's the point of the attraction in clothing? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, back then, you didn't see as much skin. Like I remember reading like books in high school about people, and like in the books they would describe like seeing a woman's neck, and it was like that shit was like the bee's knees. They were like, oh man, they're fucking, she was putting her hoodie on and I seen the back of her neck, bro. It gave me a stiffy.
Yeah,
Or you see a woman's ankle or something like that. Now it's crazy. We're so desensitized. Dude,
it's to the point now where if there's no link in the bio, everybody's mad.
yeah, facts.
It's like that's the point we're at.
Disappointed.
That is crazy. But links in the bios, dude. I was reading about, or I saw a video about that whole Amaranth streamer home invasion.
Dude, isn't that crazy?
That was nutty, dude.
So for the people who don't
That shit
know,
was crazy.
and it was posted today in the topic suggestions, so I appreciate you, Spaz, for posting this. I had read about it. I don't know how we didn't talk about it last week, but what happens, I think 2 or 3 guys, I think it was 3 guys or 3 people approached her house. They shot through like a glass door, went through that door, found her in her room, pistol whip her, and like they're trying to get her to log into her crypto wallet. They want to steal her crypto, and she tweets like mid robbery.
Yeah, I think people are suspicious about that, right?
Yeah, she's like tweeting. She said she didn't call the cops because she thought it was going to be like a death sentence. I guess it's like she calls the cops and they're in front of her like they're going to know and maybe they'll kill her. And tweeting is silent, or Xing, whatever the action is called, posting on X. So she posts on X and then she leads them to a room. And I thought that she shot her, but then the article that Spaz posted today in the Discord alludes that like the husband shot them.
See, I heard what it seemed like to me was that she led them to the room where her husband's gun was.
Yes.
Because I hadn't heard anything mentioned of her husband pulling the trigger.
Okay, yeah.
I heard maybe he had a weapon.
Either way, one of these guys got shot.
Yeah, he was yelling it on his way out.
Yeah.
So there's video footage, like surveillance footage of it. If you watch the video, they show her running from somewhere, and it looks like she's leading them back to the house. Right? It looks like maybe they're out like in another building on the property. I mean,
she's going to, I guess, where he had the gun, and maybe it's like a pool house or something like that.
Okay. So it's like some kind of pool house. But either way, you see the guys running, you see the gun clear as day.
Yeah.
Guys got a weapon, and then they go in and then they just come running out. But you don't hear gunshots.
No, well, the camera, like, when you're shooting, when you're recording something and it rings so loud, like the camera almost cancels all the noise.
Yes, like it doesn't pick it up. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what happens. Like you just hear blank sounds.
Okay, because it did go dead. Like all the sound went dead for a couple seconds.
That's her letting off.
Yeah. Them dudes went running out.
Yeah.
She hit one of them. I was like, you guys can't find these dudes?
They can't find them.
I'm like, how can you not find these dudes? I'm like, this guy has a gunshot wound. Just go to the nearest hospitals.
Nah, they definitely didn't go to the hospital. I'm pretty sure when you go to the hospital with like a gunshot wound, they got to call somebody.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably a mandatory report.
That dude got that shit stitched up in the crib.
Damn, I wonder. I'm curious, man, how that went down, but yep, dude ran out, and to me, there's no better karma than somebody robbing somebody and getting popped in the process.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with that at all.
That's crazy. They pistol whipped her.
I'm like, dude, why you pistol whipping her? Imagine they ran up in there and they were like, give us all the jarred farts. Give Give us all the jars of farts.
Yeah.
Where do you keep all your farts at?
Where are the farts?
Bring them here, goddammit. Bring us all the farts. We want them now.
I want to turn myself down a little bit because I feel like I'm like screaming.
It's like, open one on the way. I want you to come over here, open 2 of those jars, and put the rest in the bag. That would be crazy. What's up, Saeed? He's in the chat.
Okay.
But all right. So I wanted to talk about that because that was crazy to me. That Amaranth thing was insane.
Yeah, I mean, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right?
Yep, the biggest stupid prizes.
Dude, did we talk about this last week about the that kids fighting rink? It was like I think it's a detention center.
Yeah, in the
Like a
jail. I think
juvenile-
we talked
yeah,
about it.
The juvenile detention center. We talked about it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was nuts. I'm curious about what the heck's gonna happen with
Talk
that.
about that?
Yeah.
Andrew Tate,
Oh, that's right. The Tate brothers are back
he's doing his run.
stateside.
Yeah, doing his run. He's doing like he's doing a lot of podcasts. Real quick, do I sound too low now?
No, I think you sound all right.
Okay, good. Yeah, he's doing a bunch of podcasts.
Yeah, he's doing he's doing the little run here, but now you got Florida that's after him.
I mean,
Florida DA is trying to go
Yeah.
after him.
I think he'd rather be in an American prison, anyways. He's alleging that he's gonna move here, like he's like setting up to come move here. Obviously, he's not moving here now because he still has a case in Romania. But he made it sound, at least on the Nelkoid podcast, like he was gonna move here.
They're already making it tough. I mean, Florida is already like they're going after him, and it's crazy too because they're going after him when they don't even like he hasn't done anything. The governor just said, "I'm going to have him look into you and see if there's anything illegal." And I'm like, can you just randomly start investigating people at the highest level?
I don't know. Maybe he'll go to Texas.
I mean, I don't know. It's really just depends. I mean, I think anywhere they might make it hard for him. I think it's to that point. I can't believe it. You could talk so much shit that the world is against you. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
You talk so much shit
yeah.
that the world turned on him.
Too much satire.
Government's after him.
That is crazy.
I was like, wow. But anyway, that it's interesting that they're here. It's I want to see what happens with this because I'm like, man, guy don't know a moment's peace, and he's an American citizen.
Yeah,
He's
we'll
born
see.
here.
But I think that he could just go. He could just leave Florida. He doesn't have to stay in Florida.
No, he doesn't have to stay in Florida, but now he had to come back or go back to Romania for the end of the month because he's got, I think, a court date over there, some kind of probation mandate that he has to come back, or some kind of bail mandate rather.
What's gonna happen? Why haven't they closed that case?
There is no case. The Supreme Court threw it out, said there was
So why does he have to go back to Romania?
dude, they said straight up, like they threw the case out, but they said they're sending it back. They want it looked into again. He's like, what do you mean? You guys just get to a redo? You just do it again? Like, so I don't know.
That's everybody's favorite way out, which is not even like a way out because you still gotta get they just try you again. Like they're saying that might happen with the Luigi Mangione thing.
Yeah, that's
They're
right.
saying that they might have to throw away a lot of that evidence.
Yep. They are saying that. Manifesto and all this stuff they're saying.
You don't believe the manifesto, right?
No, dude. I swear, people don't even bring a grocery list to the grocery store, but they write out their diabolical plan and carry it with them. I don't think that many people have that. I feel like that's made up.
But if he's crazy, it's right on brand.
Yeah, but I mean, is he crazy?
I don't know. I don't know if he's crazy, but I mean, that's my theory at least.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they apparently violated his civil rights, right? When they were arresting him. They didn't read him, his Miranda rights. They held him for 17 minutes prior to Miranda rights being read. And they, they never said to him, you're under arrest, or, you're being detained. He started looking through his bag, right?
I, if that did happen, that's not really like grounds for me to want them to, like, if you ask me, like, hey, for 17 minutes, like, they didn't Mirandize him. I don't think they have to Mirandize you until they start asking you questions.
And they were questioning him
They were
the whole
questioning-
time,
Yeah.
apparently inside this store, like inside the McDonald's. They were questioning him. So
But it's not like those are things that are big enough that it's going to turn this case around. Even if they make it a mistrial, they're just going to try it. He's not going to go home. It's not like he's going to go home for a couple of days and then the FBI is going to come knocking on his door and say, hey, we're arresting you again and you got to go back to trial. Like, he's going to stay there and they're going to try him again with a new jury.
yeah, I don't understand how, if they mess it all up and they don't catch you, they get to try again. Isn't that part of the game? What if he messed something up? What if he forgot something and they're like, oh, that's it, mistrial.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it doesn't mean that person's not guilty. It means that this trial's tainted. So they have to start it over because there was like something, I guess, I don't really know.
Does that benefit the defendant in any way? Like, if you think about it, does it affect perception? Pushing it off longer? Do people kind of forget about it?
Well, I think that if they find some of those things that caused the mistrial to be true, then it's possible that they be able to not use those things in the next trial in an effort to not taint that trial.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, you're right. I think
So-
everything in the bag would not be admissible, right?
Yeah, so like let's say like there was something that, yeah, like let's just say for this story, like they find that like you weren't allowed to search them, so everything in the bag is you can't use it, and they mistry it, and then they try him again. Or let's say they go back and they're like, man, now that we don't have the bag, we don't have anything, we can't even try him again. Or they could be like, hey, don't worry about the bag, we got a bunch of other shit, you're coming back.
Yeah. I saw a whole breakdown of it. A lawyer was breaking it down, and he was explaining like all that stuff that, that they may not be able to use the evidence that they found in the bag, which they said, I think the gun was in there. I think the passports were in there. The, what else? Whatever. It was really the manifesto, that I always think manifestos are made up. I think they just have some writer manifest, whatever. But what's the matter?
Spaz says that my mic isn't on, that he hears me like through your mic. I just think it's too low.
Oh,
Maybe.
so you turned it down,
Yeah,
like too much. All right. But anyway, I just think if that's the case with the whole, with them messing it up, I don't think that. Well, then again, if this were, something that happened to someone I care about, I probably would want them to try him again and do it the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking anyway. But this is just me now. Anyway,
No, I agree. That's better, right?
yeah, I thought you sounded good.
Originally,
Yeah.
you know what's funny?
What?
I think this sounds fine, and this is about where I was before.
Yeah.
A tad bit lower. I went down too low. All right, that definitely works. Where's my book of sonnets?
Probably left it over there. But did you see Angel Reese? Angel Reese, that WNBA player.
What she talk about the possibility of not playing because they did not paying her enough.
Yeah, she thinks that if they don't meet her demands and the other girl's demands, that they're gonna sit out next season.
Who the fuck does she think she is? Chelsea Clinton? She's crazy.
Dude, the WNBA loses money every single year. You know that?
Yeah, I know.
It loses money every single year. So
Yeah.
if you sit out, you'll save them money.
Yeah, thank you.
You will save everyone money if you sit out.
Isn't she getting money from external endeavors, sponsors and things like that? Are they not allowed to make money through sponsors, or do sponsors not want to sponsor those athletes?
No, she's doing sponsorships. She's got the Burger King, the McDonald's combo. That's
They made her a combo at McDonald's.
yeah, dude. She's got it's like a barbecue. I think it's a barbecue. Look it up. It's like a barbecue quarter pounder. I think it's a regular meal. It's like something that I would do. You know, it's a Angel Reese. She also has the Reese's Puffs cereal.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, the Reese's Puff cereal, which is great. That's one of my favorite cereals, dude. If I was still eating that shit.
Wow, look at this. The Angel Reese special.
Yeah.
Okay.
They only give those to massive people. Like Travis Scott had one.
Yeah, I think.
Bad Bunny had one.
Yeah.
So go ahead. What do you got?
No, hers is barbecue bacon quarter pounder with cheese, medium fries, and a drink. And it looks like the drink on the illustration is a high C orange.
Orange High C.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not into soda, but good for her.
Hey, listen. I mean, she did a good job because she's the worst player in the league.
No, she's good.
Dude, she's terrible.
No.
Bro, I swear to God, she plays like a recreational girl at the park in middle school.
But she's competitive amongst her peers, right?
No, she sucks.
So
bro.
how does she get to say that if they don't pay her more, she's not going to, play? Is she good on her team?
No, dude, the funny thing is she gets a lot of rebounds, but the rebounds she gets are her own misses because she can't make a layup. So
That counts?
Yeah, counts as a rebound. So she gets like 10 rebounds a game. 8 of them are off of her missed layups. I'm not kidding, dude. She is terrible. She can't shoot to save her life.
Yeah.
She's just not a good basketball player. And I'm not hating. This is factual. She's not a good basketball player, especially not to have the popularity that she has.
Yeah.
The popularity that she has strictly comes off of the leverage that she continued to leverage from the rivalry she had with Caitlin Clark in college.
Mm-hmm.
So her and Caitlin Clark had this rivalry in college. So with that rivalry, they were both the biggest stars in at like the end of that year of college basketball and women's sports. And so they carried this momentum of this little bit of a grudge, and she just ran with all this hate toward Caitlin. So then all the haters of Caitlin Clark, people just naturally hate on somebody that's incredible at something.
Facts.
If you're nice, she's the best female basketball player that ever lived. Anybody that says anything different, take your Lisa Leslie, stick her up your ass. Get all these other players out of here. She is the best ever. So, people are going to hate on her naturally, so that the haters just went to Angel Reese.
Okay.
So they defend her. And she is, dude, it's hilarious when you see her try to play basketball. I swear to God. She jumps like she's stapled to the floor. She gets an inch off the ground, if that. All her shots getting blocked all the time. Every time she goes up, the other players easily muff her shit every time she goes up. They look like they're not even trying.
Looks like she may not be playing next year then.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm going to sit out.
They're going to run the numbers on her and be like, hey, cheaper if you go.
Yeah, she's terrible. And she has a podcast now.
Everybody does. Look at us. I want to know what your opinion is on the possibility of Canada turning off the power of some American homes.
Wait, that's the video you sent me that was posted by CNN, the greatest, most honest, truthful of all time news network.
The only place where you could get accurate information these days.
That's very true. CNN.
Trump also tweeted about it because, there's a video where it's not Trudeau, it's some other dude is making a speech, maybe his replacement is making a speech about being serious about taking the power from these American homes that Canada provides power to. Like some of them are in Minnesota, some of them are in New York. But it's not that much. I think I was listening to Philip Franco talk about it too, and he was like, it's like 1% of the power grid out there. It's like not a ton, but he said that if we fuck around, he'll cut the power. Why are we getting power from them?
Because our government did a lot of stupid things and outsourced a lot of things that we actually need, but let's say what it is, Canada. Let's say what it is, Canada. You don't want to smoke with the U.S., man.
He said, like in hockey, we're always ready to take the gloves off.
Of course he said that.
That's
Of course he said that.
We're ready when the gloves come off. Something of to that effect.
Cool, man. Cool gloves. See, we don't even wear gloves. We don't start with gloves. You know?
We come out gloveless.
That's right. Gloveless, pantsless, whatever it is.
Whatever it takes.
You know? But yeah, stop it, dude.
Yeah.
Stop that, man.
We run in our own Capitol building. What do you think we do to yours?
Yeah.
What do you think we do to yours? It's you know, it's the first thing I said when I heard about this story is, man, that's so crazy that the only people that are affected by this like tariff, like, you know, war between these countries, because it's like, it's not just Canada talking shit. It's like Mexico's not very happy about the tariffs either. Is like the only people who are really affected are like, you know, the regular people. Like there's somebody living in their house in Minnesota right now that's getting power from a hydro factory from Canada, and they're like, they don't want anything to do with this, but their power is at risk now. You know, they're about to not have hot water because Trump's out here putting tariffs down.
It's funny. So you said that they cover about 1% of American.
No, not American. It was like in the state, in like some of, I think it's like 4 different states that receive power from Canada, and it's not the whole states, but in, I think it was New York and Mexico, it was about 1% of like that whole power grid is power obtained from Canada.
Okay.
So 99% of everybody else in the state gets power from America, and 1% of them are getting power from these plants from Canada.
Okay. So what kind of threat is that?
Well, what they're threatening to put to raise the price on the power they're selling. And
For
it was like
1% of the country?
It was like not even 1% of the country. It's not even that much. So it's like each state's individual power grid. I think of the 4 states, I think the statistic that was given is, don't quote me on this, don't quote me on anything I ever say, but is in New York and Minnesota.
Okay.
So in Minnesota by itself, of the entire Minnesota power grid, less than 1% or about 1% of that power grid is power that comes from Canada.
Okay.
Same thing with
New York.
with this place in New York. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that, but okay. So what they're saying they're going to do is put like an extra like 30 something million or $1 billion on top of the cost of the power that they're giving the United States. So essentially put a tax on us for that power. And mathematically what it came out to be was, they said it would cost the average American person that is getting their power from Canada an extra $100 a month.
Oh, no. Oh,
And
scary Canada.
he's like the guy, and I wish I knew who this dude was and what position he held. Maybe he's like, he definitely wasn't they're using like a weird, they got kings and queens over there, right? So I think this might have been the king's hand. And essentially what he was saying was, you know, how he empathizes for the American people, but, you know, it's necessary. You know, they got to stand their ground. It's just interesting to see Canada fucking get busy. Canada shuts the fuck up throughout everything. I've never heard anything come out of Canada except for them complaining about this guy Trudeau, who's been there for mad long, I feel like, right? Like,
He's been there a while, ruining that country.
yeah. So it's just interesting to see them throw their hat in the ring of talking shit.
Yeah, you want to know this guy's title?
The guy I'm referencing?
Yeah.
He's not the king's hand? Because I thought that's who he was. Who is he? Is he the minister of like? Did they just assign him a title? He's the minister of like power taxes to the United States. He's the director of increasing prices to the United States, and he was just enrolled 2 weeks ago. No, I'm kidding. Who is this guy?
He is the Ontario Premier.
Okay. Oh, obviously. He's What does that mean?
His name is Doug Ford. I don't know. Again, I mean,
He's the premier. Are you sure it's not primer?
yeah, maybe it's maybe it's like a I don't know. Maybe it's like a blacksmith
Okay.
or something. A premier. Yeah, it's interesting.
A premiere.
I probably sound so dumb.
No, I don't think Canadians know what that is.
Yeah, a 25%. It says that he said in a press conference that he would move forward with a 25% surcharge on electricity exports to 3 U.S. states starting Monday, warning that he will turn off access if the United States adds new tariffs on Canadian goods. So funny, because we're not going to add any more. All the tariffs been added, so you can stop flexing. I know you're doing this for your people to think you're strong. You know, you're doing this to kind of, you know, save face in front of your constituents.
Listen, there's geese out there, and he's got a reputation amongst those geese. All right? This primer you speak of, he's in the ranks amongst those geese, and he's got to save face. Spaz says in the comments, electricity is also part of the mesh/grid. So if New York City starts using excess power, Canada is likely tapped to keep us from flipping a massive circuit breaker. Remember that blackout in 2004? Yeah, but they have such a small play in the on the grid that I wonder if, you know, they can make that have that kind of an effect. And the truth is I don't see why we can't just supply them with power. Like, this doesn't seem like so big of an issue that they can't we can't rectify this. Like, no, we can't just pull ourselves out of this situation. But but maybe that 1% is a massive amount of power, and I can't understand it because I'm dumb. So I can't, like, you know, understand it, but it's not as easy as just, I'm thinking, like, you know, go over there, a couple generators, 3 or 4 Generacs, you know, plug them in, hot swap, put a couple new poles up, and, you know, start feeding power to those guys. You know, flip a circuit or something.
It might be tied up in some kind of paperwork or some kind of legal stuff where, you know, a certain percentage of power has to come from a neighboring nation. You know, some kind of old stupid agreement from whatever time. You know, who knows? There may be a reason, but either way, that dude threatening and flexing to shut the power off. Relax, bro.
Yeah, take it easy, man. You're not even the grand primer.
Yeah.
You're not even fucking senior primer, bro. Take it easy, dude. Fucking, what are you talking about? Dude, nobody knows that dude.
Yeah.
I don't even think in Canada he's known.
Yeah, nobody knows you, bro.
I never heard you in a Drake song, ever. I never heard him referencing the primer, never heard him talking about it.
So shut up all them things, them.
Yeah. Why don't you fix the accent issue that's going on before it fucking takes over your nation? Why don't you fix that before the geese start talking like that?
Yeah. And come get these geese, matter of fact. While we got you on the phone, all right? While we got you on the phone, come get these geese, man.
They're shitting everywhere.
Dude, every which way there's goose shit. Everywhere, dude. They slow traffic down. We're not allowed to run them over. There's a whole lot of, you know, get these geese out of here, bro. You want to know what's up with the power grid? You're going to keep the power grid on, and you're going to come get these geese.
Yeah, the geese has cost us more in fucking plane crashes.
Yeah.
Than this power fucking situation's ever going to fucking cost us.
Yeah, so we're gonna
get we're gonna get a pitch counter. I'm trying my very hardest to not drop so many F-bombs because I'm not an animal, right? And I shouldn't speak like one. And Justin said he's gonna get a pitch counter so he could count my F's per episode. And I want you guys to hold me accountable too. I don't want to use it. It doesn't make my jokes any funnier. It does, but I got to get away from it.
He's trying to, he wants to turn over a new leaf here.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't just be out here, you know, dropping F's without, you know, knowing, you know, it can't be so. No one's ever going to invite me to dinner if I keep speaking like this.
I'm going to send you to an etiquette class. I'm going to have you using the knife in the proper hand. You know, before you know it, bro, you'll be a new man.
Yeah. I'm going to have my ice on. I'm going to have my forks on ice. Did you say there was another plane incident?
Dude, 2 more plane incidences.
Okay, are we just focusing on the things that are going on with the planes, or is this something crazy?
Well, these aren't mechanical flight type of things.
Okay.
All right. But, dude, which one do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the crazy one, or you want to talk about the funny one?
Oh, geez. Give me the crazy one.
The crazy one. So, this flight, this was on Qatar Airways, an Australian couple flying on the plane from Melbourne to Doha is the name of this place. Doha. I'm not sure what that is. Doha. Not sure. But a quite traumatic situation occurred. Somebody died on the plane.
Oh.
And this couple, this older couple, they actually ended up having an empty seat next to them. So what the flight crew did was put the dead person in the empty seat next to them for the remainder of the flight.
Where was it before? It wasn't next to other. They just moved it from other people to them.
Yeah, it's a good question. It must have had a seat, right?
It most certainly fucking did. I've never flown Qatar, but I could imagine that some of the prerequisites consist of purchasing a ticket. And that ticket should guarantee you a seat on this fucking plane, especially in today's climate. Sorry, I did it again. A seat in this plane.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he was sitting there originally.
No, and he died in the bathroom?
Bro, so I don't know where they died. I think they died in the aisle.
They couldn't just plug him in a bathroom?
Yo, I don't know, man.
I think you don't want to sit him down.
Put him with I guess you can't put him with the service dogs down there or whatever.
Let me ask you a question. That dude came out that plane like this, right?
Yo, bro.
He was frozen like this, right?
Bro, first thing I thought was my man is going to come out of there looking, first thing I thought, this guy was coming out like this, bro. Like this is how they took him out. Just carried him right out.
Yeah.
He just went like this when they picked him up.
Yeah,
That's
they could have put
crazy.
2 legs under his ass and used him like a chair.
Yeah.
That dude was 100%.
Yeah, they
came
made
out of
another
there.
chair by the time they made another seat by the time he would come back.
Dude, they pulled him out that plane cannonball style, dude. He came out that plane ready to make a splash.
Yo. That's not funny, dude.
Dude, so to get back to the story, yeah, that's crazy. I would have been very unhappy if I was those people flying on a plane and they just put some dead dude next to me.
Dude, insane, right?
Yeah, I need to know. I wish I knew the rest of the story though. Like, what was the stipulate? Did this die? Where did this dude die? You know, was he? Is this like a standing section?
Well, I'll tell you what. There clearly wasn't some kind of like extra seating section.
No.
They put this dude right there. Imagine somebody started doing them like Weekend at Bernie's.
Putting glasses on him.
Yeah,
and
they
shit.
ordering drinks. They're like, man, get a whiskey.
Putting
Man.
cigarettes in the mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah. Dude, what are you doing if they sit a dead dude next to you on a plane?
What am I doing if they're not putting a dead dude next to me?
Yeah.
No. Put that guy in the cockpit. Don't put him over here.
Yeah. Park him in a bathroom.
Bro, there's so many places they could have put that guy. Could have put him in an overhead compartment.
They could have laid him in the hallway.
Could have put him with the animals down there, with the Dobermans down there.
Yeah. You
know,
said this
I
guy
don't
was
know.
coming out of Melbourne?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely at least a kangaroo down there.
Yeah.
Put him with
At
the
least,
roo.
at least one koala or something, right?
Yeah, there's some. Well, yeah, he can't get AIDS. He's fine.
Yeah.
Or syphilis. What do they have? Syphilis, right? Koalas. No, it's not. They're disgusting animals. It's not. I'm not. This isn't. I have nothing against them. I think that they have syphilis. I think it's a thing. I don't think that's on the. That's not a. That's not a slight against them. I think that's something that they have.
Yeah.
I'm not, dude. I think they got syphilis. I'm not kidding. I think it's like rampant amongst them. I don't even think that they're fucking. I think that, and I'm not using that word in like as a filler. I'm talking about sexual intercourse. I don't think that's how they're getting it. I think it's something in their DNA.
Damn, you think it's in the eucalyptus?
It's something. It's somebody. I wish somebody could confirm this. If Twiz is still in the, what's up, Twiz? Is he said what koalas get? I think they got syphilis.
Dude, hey man, damn, imagine.
Yeah, syphilis infected koalas.
Shut up.
Is it the wombat? Maybe. I'm pretty sure it's syphilis in the koalas. Oh no, it's chlamydia.
Oh, that's even funnier. So koalas get chlamydia?
Yes, koalas are susceptible to chlamydia infections. It's a sexually transmitted disease, and I just got the confirmation via text. I appreciate you, Twiz. It is chlamydia, not syphilis.
That koalas get chlamydia.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably
It's
Anthony
high-
Fauci with gain of function. They probably started, chlamydia, the koalas. Then they did gain of function in the Wuhan lab, and then it jumped to humans.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a fun fact that Google's given me. It's highly prevalent in the koala population with infection rates ranging from 50 to 100% in some areas.
Damn. That shit is like the hood.
So, yeah, I told you, dude, filthy animals.
Ew, man.
But you can put the dead dude down there for sure. I think that he's not worried about syphilis or chlamydia.
Yeah, damn. Imagine they put that dude next to you, dude. But I wanted to move on to the other plane.
What's the other plane? I can't imagine that the other plane story is any. Well, let's hear it.
Well, just so you know, you had an Air India flight from Chicago to Delhi.
Okay.
Was 10 hours into the flight.
Mm-hmm.
And then they turned around because only one toilet out of 10 toilets remained operational, forcing the flight to return. The toilet system went down.
So why would they return? I don't get it.
There's one toilet for a plane full of people. They had 10 bathrooms, it says on there. You know how big that plane must have been?
That plane must have been enormous to have 10 bathrooms.
That's what it said
Yeah,
in the
but
article I read, which didn't make sense.
They can't hold it?
10's a crazy amount. I wonder if this is, I copied it straight out.
5 on each side, though, you know? It's
I
not a lot
guess.
when you do 5 on each side.
I guess you're
And
right.
the double
yeah.
decker?
I'm not sure.
Could be. But what I don't understand is why turn around if there's not enough shitters? They can't just hold it?
Dude, come on, man. You don't want them holding it in that plane. It's going from Chicago to Delhi, India.
Yeah.
It's an Air India flight. Before you know it, there'll be a street food market in there. You can't be doing that. There'll be a whole street food market. They'll be handing out pies and newspaper in no time, bro. You can't have that.
There's got to be something going. You know what? I don't even think it's a Curry thing. I think that, like, because, they're all used to eating what they're eating. I think that they could have held it. I would have not been happy because I don't think that the flight is 20 hours. So that means that they were more than halfway there. It probably would have been faster for them to just go to Delhi.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because how far could the flight possibly have been? If you turn back 10 hours, it's going to take you another 10. So how could you not have continued? Would it have been 10 more? No, it wouldn't have been 10 more hours, right? How long is the flight?
They still had one good bathroom.
Yeah, dude, you got one good bathroom. There's got to be at least a couple hundred people on that plane.
Yo, but I don't even use the bathroom when I'm on the plane. I very rarely use the bathroom when I'm in the plane.
Dude, you don't eat that food, bro.
Did they just break or were they broken before they left? I need to know.
Dude, I have no idea.
You think that one took them all out? There's one dude in there. He put a diaper in there,
Yeah.
and they just clogged that one, and then everyone after it.
100%. That's very possible.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see that as a cause to turn around.
Yeah, I guess you really can't gamble with that.
Yeah,
right?
somebody left their phone in their shorty's apartment or something.
You can't. Anyway.
Nothing.
Oh, come on.
What I was gonna say, I said somebody left their phone in their shorty's apartment, and he gave that pilot, some money to turn that puppy around.
Oh, maybe he's like,
Because I don't even understand it.
no, it must be some kind of safety thing, right? Because I guess they can't gamble on the system really flooding and water backing up, and then you have a flood mid-flight or something like that. There's got to be some reason.
There's only so much water in that thing.
Yeah, but there's got to
I
be
don't think
enough.
there's enough to flood the plane.
Dude, how many times can do people go to the bathroom on a plane and you flush and that shit goes somewhere there's water, right?
Yeah, but it's in a septic tank. I don't know. You know what? I'm not an aviation specialist. Maybe this shit if the plane starts, goes left too much, gravity takes that shit and spews it back up. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know enough about, avionics to comment on this one.
I don't wear brass wings to work or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, I don't get drunk before work, but I'll tell you something about planes. I don't know.
That shit's hysterical. You got anything else for us, bro?
No, I left my book of sonnets over there, but there wasn't really much else. I feel like the news is like super politically driven right now. It's like that's like the hot thing to talk about. It's obviously me and you might dibble dabble and we like tiptoe around the political talk, but we don't, make it our focus. So there's not really a lot of stuff going on. I know there's like a new Diddy headline where now they're dragging Drewski and somebody else.
Drewski, that's right.
Drewski was saying that he was broke when this. He was like, he goes, I wasn't even on when you guys are alleging this happened. He goes, this is like ridiculous. Y'all are just fishing.
Drewski and the other one I think was David Beckham.
David Beckham?
Yeah, they were saying that David Beckham is being brought up in a lawsuit now.
Okay, I didn't know it was David Beckham.
Yeah.
I knew that it was Drewski and there's somebody else in it too, another rapper.
I mean, there's going to be a lot coming out because there's always going to be accusations because everybody went to Diddy's parties. I don't care what they're saying. Every single person went to Diddy's parties. They were just different sections, they say, of the party. People were outside. You can't tell me that if you got invited to a Diddy party, you were like, nah. Everybody that was out there was going. Mm-hmm. So any accusations could come out about anybody across the industry.
Yeah.
There was something that they found out how that fire started in Riverhead. Did you see that big brush fire?
Is that true that it started from somebody making schmoes?
Yeah, somebody was making s'mores, bro. And it burned like
It
was a big
newspaper?
fire.
Did they burn newspaper?
I don't know what they burned, but they burned a lot of area they weren't supposed to burn.
No, because sometimes people put like paper and things like that in their fires, and when you put paper and things and the wind picks up, it like takes those embers and it could carry them, thousands of yards.
Yeah.
Only we can prevent forest fires, and one of the ways to prevent a forest fire is not burning cardboard.
That's right. Not burning paper products. Good man.
Yeah.
I think we can end on that.
Yeah, yeah. Unless you need to start your fire and you got the party going and you don't got that much time. Then I guess I understand.
Yeah. Right? Get the leaf blower.
Oh, dude, you put the leaf blower to that thing, you're most certainly starting a fire.
The turbo. But yeah, that's all we got. So Master None Podcast, episode 239. Thank you all. Shout out everybody in the chat. You want to shout everybody out in the chat?
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out Swizz, Spaz, Saif, and Orc. Everybody rocked with us tonight. Even if you didn't comment, if you could give a thumbs up, we'd greatly appreciate it. A bunch of clips going up here and there. Listen to us on all your audio platforms. If we're not on your audio platform, join the Discord and harass us until we place the podcast on your obscure podcast listening platform. And join the Discord anyways, because we're always talking about stuff. There's a topic suggestion. Just today's main topic came from the Discord. Spaz posted it, which is the crazy Amaranth story. And that's it. Masters of None episode 239. 229? 239?
239.
39. No.
Oye,
239.
te hablo desde la... Oye, te hablo desde la prisión.
Next is 240.
Wilson Manyoma.
40.